What is up? Welcome back to the channel and another video. Hi, it's me Mike in my ridiculously bright tie-dye hoodie. Right now I'm on the way to the Wreckers. Today we are working on the Fevo, aka the Budget Evo front wheel drive Evo Lancer thingy majiggy. We're just doing some chill stuff today. It's a public holiday here in Melbourne, Australia, so I feel like I shouldn't work too hard because of that, you know what I mean? Grand final for the footy this weekend, and it pretty much just means that everyone just gets real drunk and yells at the TV. You guys know how these sports things go, but hey, if it means a day off, nothing wrong with that, even though we're in lockdown, so technically every day is a day off right now. But yeah, so right now we're going to the Wreckers, Imlex, and I'm going to try and find a Mitsubishi emblem for the front of our Fevo. We're also going to go buy the mesh for the front bumper, because it's been bugging me and I want to put it all together properly, and we're just going to line a couple of things up properly as well, probably polish the headlights, chuck the indicators in, and just get that front end looking schmuck. And then, maybe not today, but we need to start taking apart the turbo setup, which we will do either today or tomorrow, because we need to drill out the wastegate hole, and I just want to double check everything is all good with the setup. And it's doing what it needs to do before we chuck it back in the dyno. So plenty to do, but first things first, we'll go in the car graveyard and we're going to see if we can find that Mitsubishi emblem. Ew! Imlex self-serve. This place is the best. So these Wreckers, I always get a lot of questions in the comments about them, right? This one's called Imlex. It's good, but the ground is like muddy, so when it's raining, not so fun. And there's another one called Jollies, and they have the concrete floor. You pay $2, you go in, and you can get whatever you need, but you have to pull it off the cars, and everything's just super cheap. Excuse the wind noise, but one of the better things about these places is all the used tires. So if you guys are getting into drifting, a lot of people don't know it, but these tires are all $30 each, and they're all like basically near new, heaps of treads. So if you didn't know about it, now you do. Like 195 50-15s, such a sought after size. Look at that, they're basically brand new, cheap as hell. The wind noise is so bad, but we've got a Mitsubishi emblem here. Just gonna peel it off with the flathead. Boom, emblem is acquired. Time to grab the mesh, head back to the shop, chuck it all together. Happy days. Boom, our mesh has been acquired. Shout out to Autobarn in Clayton. These guys allow you to come and purchase and pick up, which is sick because a lot of stuff these days is click and collect. So if you need anything, Autobarn in Clayton. Alright, time to head back to the factory and put the stuff together. Damn, I love walking into this place. All of the cars, all of the time. By the way, I know we were supposed to pick up a car today, but unfortunately we got a bit screwed around with it, so it didn't end up happening. A little bit annoying, but it is what it is. Hence why we're at the factory now filming this. But it's all good because I wanted to get this done for a while now. Here's a fun story for you. So I actually bought an emblem off eBay for the car, and this is what turned up. It was like $35 or something, and I literally thought that I was buying an emblem, but what I was buying was the stickers. But turned out to be a happy mistake, because here's our badge, and these red diamonds are the exact size of this badge, which is fantastic because I wanted a red emblem anyway. So we're going to go ahead and chuck those on, which is nice. So I'm going to clean the badge up, chuck those on, pull the front bumper off, and start kind of figuring out how we're going to mount our mesh, and whether we're going to put mesh over the intercooler holes as well, over the sides. Not the middle, we'll leave the middle open with the intercooler. But as you can see, they're kind of contoured, so it might be difficult to kind of get it all in there nice without it looking a bit, you know, crap. So we'll figure it out, but we'll also whip the headlights out. I've got to buff those up. I've got new corner lights to throw in. I need to put a bracket in so this bumper gets held up nicely in the center, fill this gap. And I also need to adjust the bonnet latch so that the bonnet sits a little bit lower as well, and that should pretty much fill the gap. I also need to adjust the headlight here to fill these gaps at the front. This is just what you get when you buy aftermarket bumpers. You kind of have to figure things out and make it work. But yeah, let's get to work. First things first, we'll pull the bumper off. Cool, so the front bumper's off. We've got to take the headlights and stuff out as well. Quickly, I'm just gonna have a go at putting these stickers onto our wee emblem here, see what it comes up like. I do not have steady hands, so wish me luck. Oh god. Would you look at that? Your mate Mike did something right. Fantastic. I'm very surprised by that actually. I only mucked one of them up. Luckily it comes with spares, so. As you saw, I just tried to not even touch the stickers with my hands so I didn't get any oils on the adhesives. And that way it helps it stick the best. Apply it straight onto the plastic. Cleaned it with Flash Prep before we went ahead and did it, just to get anything else, any existing stuff off the plastic, and looks freaking sick. Goes in the middle here. Boom, look at that. She loves life. So go ahead now and we're going to chuck our mesh onto the back of the bumper. Pumped on this. It might be a tiny thing, but it's going to make the biggest change to the look of the car, I guarantee it. So here we have our mesh. First things first, we need to measure up the size that we need to cut. We'll go ahead and cut it, and you want to have it overlap a little bit on the edges because we're going to bend it round, and then use Sikaflex, pretty much hold it on. Not a super hard job, but just something that you have to take your time with and make sure you get it right, otherwise it'll look poop. So we've manipulated the mesh into the shape that we want. Nice. Now I'll chuck some Sikaflex on and some masking tape to hold it while it all dries, and then we'll put the emblem on the front, which is like the most exciting part for sure. And then I'll show you guys kind of how it looks today. Obviously I have to take the bumper back off and remove all the masking tape once the Sikaflex is dry, but for now this will do. Alrighty, so I'm using Thor the hammer to hold the mesh down while everything dries. I actually ended up using JB Weld, the quick stuff. So it dries in about 4 minutes. It's this stuff here, badass. And then I'll also chuck Sikaflex around the outside as well, just so it's super strong. We never want that mesh coming out obviously while we're driving. While that's drying, let's whip out these headlights and see what we can do with them in terms of making them sparkle. So dirty. So this looks to have had some kind of maybe wrap on it at some point, because it's got heaps of adhesive everywhere. So we've got acetone here, which is just nail polish remover, so I'm going to go ahead and remove all of that. Should clean it up quite nicely, and then I'll give it a quick buff with the buffer. Alright, so I rookied out a bit. I think these headlights are actually, well they are, the plastic, and the acetone has not reacted well with the plastic, so that didn't work. So we're going to have to go buy some new headlight, which means that we won't be able to kind of have it looking super pretty today, but we can still mock it back up. So our mesh is all done, much tidier already. I've marked center, you won't be able to see it on camera, but here, so that we can put our emblem in. So we're going to go ahead and fit that, and then we can kind of put everything back together and see how it looks. The reason I'm putting new corner lights in, the other ones weren't super bad, but they just had some broken clips on them, and they also didn't have this rubber on them, so it looks super untidy. And it's just little things like that that make the car come together so much nicer, so heaps better. I haven't actually cleaned these up yet, they're just literally as I got them, but it's gonna look good. So all the little things, guys, little things make the big differences. Let's chuck the emblem on. Very exciting. Alright, everything's back in place for mock-up purposes. Look at that headlight, man, what a nugget. But time to kind of peel the tape off this thing. Hopefully I don't ruin it in the process. So nervous. Please go well. Here we have it, guys. Looks awesome. Damn. Definitely coming together now. I'm gonna add the mesh on either sides. Not now, maybe in the next video. Still got plenty left. Just because I think it's gonna add to the subtlety once you kind of make the pipes disappear. I could spray the piping black as well if I wanted. We'll see how we go though. What do you reckon, guys? Hit me up in the comments. Slide into my DMs, let me know what you're thinking. Definitely can't wait for the headlights to be all nice and clean. The side lights look heaps better now. A couple of you guys mentioned I should get the amber lights. I've been looking, I think I found some, but I don't know. Do we need amber lights? Looks good as is. Damn. This thing has come up a treat. That is it for this video, guys. Just small jobs that we're pumping on the Fevo to get this thing absolutely dialed and ready. I'm organizing the retune for this coming week, so we can get this thing back on the dyno and make all the power that this thing is supposed to make. We need to put the heavy duty clutch in this thing. I'm gonna put a new gearbox in it because the gearbox, second gear is just a nugget, so we'll get rid of it. A gearbox is like 150 bucks, so it's much easier just to buy a new one and chuck it in. Once that's in, it'll be ready to take down the drag strip and we can see how quickly this thing can get down a 1/4 mile, which is gonna be super interesting because I've never ever attended the drags before, so it's gonna be a wild ride for sure. So in the downtime while the lockdown's still here, we're just getting this thing full ready so that when the events come back, we're gonna attend all of the events. It's gonna be sick. Drifting, grip racing, drag racing, all of the above. It's gonna be so freaking good. Also, this thing smells like absolute shit on the inside and I really cannot wait to fix that. I'm gonna completely gut the whole interior, but if you guys have any advice as to how to get crap smells away from the car, I'm assuming we're gonna shampoo the whole thing and maybe put some fragrance through it and let it dry out in the sun. But if you guys have any advice, hit me up. I've watched Jimmy Oakes' video of him getting coffee spill out of one of his cars. I think it was a 240 SX maybe. And it looks like it's definitely not the funnest job in the world, but it's something that has to be done because every time I open this door in this thing, it makes me want to vom. So we need to take care of that. As always, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Peace.